Hello, Sharif. So before you start, make sure you have your foam roller. You're either going to have a resistance band if you found one, and if not, just go ahead and grab a regular bath towel. And when you get those together, we are going to go ahead and start just in a seated position. So go ahead and come down onto your mat, take a seat. Rest your hands out on your knees. Go ahead and close your eyes here for a moment. Let your knees be heavy and sink down towards the mat. Feel both of your sitting bones on the floor. Let your weight balance evenly between them. And let the crown of your head gently float up towards the ceiling. And just bring your focus here to your breath for a moment. Feeling the flow of the breath in and out, the rise and the fall. And go ahead and blink your eyes open. So we're going to look up on our inhales and round forward on our exhales. Go ahead and exhale everything out. On your inhale, lift your gaze, open the chest. Exhale forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, empty it out. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, round forward. Let's do two more. Inhale. Exhale down. Last time, inhale. And exhale. This time on your inhale, come back just to a neutral position. Hands still rest out on the knees. Take an inhale. And exhale, lower your chin towards your chest. From here, we're going to drop our left ear towards our left shoulder and just continue around in a circle. So make a few of these circles. And it's not about how big the movement is, but about how easy it is. So let it be fluid. Keep your breath moving. Take one more time around. And at the bottom of that circle, pause for a moment. And then drop that left ear towards your left shoulder. And circle around the other way. Letting it feel easy. The circle can be small or big. It's just that we want it to feel fluid and smooth. Take one more time around. Let your chin drop down towards your chest. And go ahead and come back up to neutral. We're going to come into our seated twists here. So use an inhale to sit up tall. And exhale over to that right side. Lengthening a little on the inhale. Maybe letting the ribs twist a little further on the exhale. Take one more breath. Let your inhale bring you back to the center. And exhale over to the left side. Lengthening on the inhale. And twisting on the exhale. Two more breaths. Let an inhale bring you back to the center. And from here, we're just going to come all the way up to stand. So make your way up onto your feet. And we're going to find our parallel stance. Toes point straight ahead. Relax your arms at your sides. Gaze straight ahead. Let your feet be heavy. We're going to move our arms with our breath. So on your next inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. You can bend your knees. Relax the neck. Let it be long. On an inhale, lift your gaze. And exhale, forward again. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands together. You can pause here if you feel dizzy. If not, inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. And exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale down. Last time. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Relax the neck. Let your head be heavy. Find that length along the spine. And on your next inhale, lift the gaze. And exhale, back down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, relax your arms at your sides. Go ahead and take a little shoulder roll here. So just those tiny movements. Just a couple of times around. Let it be even smaller. And relax your arms down at your sides. Take an exhale here. As you inhale, reach your right arm up. And exhale, stretch it across and let it fall forward. Inhale, left arm. Exhale it down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more each side. Inhale, right. Exhale it down. Inhale, left. Exhale it down. Come back to the center. Find your single point of focus. Stretch the arms ahead and we're going to sink down into our chair pose. Hips and heels are heavy, chest is light. Take a couple of deep breaths here. One more. And go ahead and come up to stand. So if you're not at the top of your mat, go ahead and step up to the top. And we're going to step back into our crescent pose. So left foot steps to the back, toes point straight ahead, back heel is lifted. Bend that front knee. And when you're ready, stretch the arms up. Find your breath. Two more full breaths here. And relax your arms down. Go ahead and turn to the side. We're going to come into our warrior two on that right side. So right toes turn to the front of the mat. Left toes turn into that diagonal. Bend that right knee. Stretch out through the arms. Allow the distance between your tailbone and the top of your head to get even longer. Gaze over that front hand. One more breath. And release, come up to stand. We're going to come into our forward fold. So line up your toes towards the top of the mat. If you want, you can grab a pillow or a couch cushion since you don't have the blocks. If not, that's fine too. Relax your arms at your sides. Take an exhale. On your inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, folding forward. If you didn't grab the pillow, go ahead and bring a little bend into your knees if you need to let the fingertips reach the ground. Let your neck relax. Bring a little bend into your knees. Bring yourself all the way back up to stand. I'll do warrior two on the other side. So left toes turn out, right toes find that diagonal. Bend the left knee, reach out through the arms. Allow your ribs to move with each breath. One more breath. And come back up to stand. Step the feet together. We're going to do that lateral stretch again. Relax your arms at your sides. Take an exhale. Inhale, let's lift the left arm first this time. So exhale it out. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, stretch it across. Inhale, right. Exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale across. One more each side. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale it down. Come back to the center. Find your focus. Stretch the arms forward. Drop down into that chair pose. Let the chest lift. Draw your shoulders down. Maybe you sink an inch or two lower. 2 more full breaths. And come all the way back up to stand. If you're not at the top, make your way to the top of the mat. We're going to come into that crescent step, the right foot back. Toes point straight ahead, back heel lifts. Bend your front knee. Draw the inner thighs together to find some stability and stretch the arms up. Can you reach up through the fingertips while at the same time you draw the shoulders down? One more breath. And let it go. We're going to turn to the side. This time we're going to do our triangle pose. So the toes and feet are the same as they are for our warrior two. Left toes turn towards the side. Right toes come in on that diagonal. Reach your arms out. Stretch forward and go ahead and rest your bottom hand on that shin. Reach the top hand up. Make sure you're still breathing. 2 more breaths. On an inhale, reach up through that top hand. Our feet are going to stay here. We're going to come up to stand. Go ahead and flip that front palm. And on an inhale, reach for the sky. Stay here for a breath. And let it go. Go ahead and turn to face this side. This time we're going to make our toes a little bit wider than our heels. Let your heels be heavy. I'm going to take those little mini bends. So just a little way down and back up. Come a couple of times. This next time we're going to stay down. Maybe you sink a little lower. Let your tailbone drop towards the floor. Let the crown of your head float up towards the sky. Take one more breath. And let it go. Come back up to stand. We're going to find our triangle pose the other way. So this time the right toes turn towards the side. Left toes find that diagonal. Both legs stay straight. Stretch the arms out. Reach forward, rest the bottom hand on your leg and reach that top arm up to the sky. Find a position where your neck feels comfortable. Maybe that's looking up, maybe it's straight down towards your toes. 2 more breaths. On your inhale, reach up through that top hand. Come all the way back and release down. Go ahead and step your feet closer together. So we're going to do our tree pose. So you're going to find one single point to look at. Go ahead and let that weight drop down into your right foot. And you're going to bring your left foot slowly up to the calf. Take your time. Maybe bring your hands together in front of your heart. Anytime you fall out, just come back in. And go ahead and release. Stand on both feet. Give your legs and your arms a little shake. And when you're ready, moving on to the other side, find your point to focus on. This time the left foot is our trunk, right foot comes up onto the calf. Maybe the hands come together. Notice if you're gripping anything unnecessarily. Let your jaw be soft. Let your eyes be soft. Relax your toes. And go ahead and release, come back to stand, give it a shake. From here we're going to come down onto hands and knees. So make your way down onto all fours. Shoulders right over your wrists, spread your fingers wide, use the whole surface of your hands here. Knees or hips width apart. And we're going to come into that leg stretch. So you're going to reach your toes back, tuck those right toes under. Keep the shoulders over the wrists and take a couple of breaths here. Pressing your heel towards the back wall. And go ahead and bring that knee back in line. And when you're ready, extend the left leg back, tuck the toes. Press the heel back, but keep your shoulders over your wrists. And go ahead and release. From here, we're going to take our cat-cows. Gaze down between your thumbs. Exhale everything out. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, rounding forward. Move with your own breath. Let the shifting of the breath be the impetus to change directions. Take 2 more cycles. And make your way back to neutral. From here, we're going to tuck your toes behind you. Let your knees get a little bit wider. And just go ahead and sink your hips back towards your heels. Opening into those muscles in the feet. Take a couple of breaths here. And from here, we're going to come back up and just go ahead and make your way around to sit. So we're going to come to sit, extend both legs straight ahead of you. Go ahead and flex your toes, and we're going to find that staff pose, our Dandasana here. So relax your hands at your sides. And we're just using the strength of the core to sit up nice and tall. Keep the toes flexed, but see if you can let your legs be heavy and relax a little bit. Draw the crown of your head up, lengthen through the sides of your waist. Keep your breath moving. One more breath. Good. Go ahead and bend your knees. We're going to come into our cobbler's pose. So that's the one where we bring the soles of our feet to touch. Let your knees drop open to the sides and just see if you can sit up tall here. And maybe lean forward a little bit. Let the knees be heavy. See if you can lengthen. And come back up to sit. So no using your hands. We're going to bring our knees up together. And when you've made your knees together, we're going to come around and onto our back. So before you get onto your back, make sure you have your band or your towel and your foam roller. So we're going to lower down onto our backs with our knees bent, feet on the mat. Take a moment here to just let your shoulders relax. Feel the base of your spine and let it be heavy and sink down into the mat. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap that band or towel around your right foot. Extend it up. See if you can get it in a position where you can do a couple of our points and flexes. And let it relax. Go ahead and extend the other leg forward. And let the shoulders drop back onto the mat. Let your right hip sink down towards the floor. Take 2 more breaths here. Extend your right arm straight out to the side. Gently lower the foot over. Both shoulders stay on the mat. Full breaths. From here, come back through to the center. Go ahead and bend your knee. Release the strap. Both knees are going to bend, feet on the ground. And go ahead and wrap that band or towel around your other foot. Left foot reaches up. If you can, do a couple of our point and flex. And let the foot relax. Let your shoulders sink down. Go ahead and extend that right leg forward onto the mat. Left hip drops down towards the mat below. Two more breaths. Release your left arm out to the side. Both shoulders stay on the mat as we guide that foot across to the right side. Take a few full breaths here in the twist. Bring yourself back to the center. Release that strap or towel and just set it to the side. You're going to bend both of your knees again. Walk your feet in a little closer towards your hips. Let your knees and your feet be parallel. Go ahead and bend your elbows. Put your fingertips up towards the sky and walk your elbows in towards your ribs. So we're going to lift in and out of our bridge pose a couple of times. Press down through the backs of your arms and shoulders. Let your feet be heavy. And lift the hips away. Go ahead and lower back down. Lift and lower. Take about 5 of these. And when you get to your last one, we're just going to hold it up for a few breaths. You can either stay here and just lower straight onto the ground, or if you want to take your supported bridge, go ahead and grab that foam roller, slide it underneath, and settle down onto it. And just depending on how much time you have today, you can stay here in your supported bridge. You can go straight into Shavasana, our final pose where we rest on the mat. If you take that supported bridge, make sure you spend a few moments afterwards in Shavasana, resting on the ground. See if you can let your focus come to the breath again and again. Give yourself just a few minutes to rest in the moment and to be where you are. Thank you for sharing your practice. Namaste.